Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Hi, my name is Rizal Alwani Muhammad Nordin. I am the founder and CEO of Locomo Ventures, Sdn Bhd. In the next 15 minutes, I will be giving my best to actually explain to you what Discovery 101 Commercialization of Research workshop is all about. But before that, let me thank Cradle Fund Sdn Bhd for bringing this workshop to you. And to begin with, let me start with the introduction of the workshop. So let me tell you a bit of how we have designed this workshop. So the workshop is basically targeting three segments of audience. One is we have designed it for researchers and tech transfer officers, as well as licensee and startups. Our whole objective is to actually share the experiences that we've had and to build the business acumen for researchers so that the researchers will naturally be actually designing their prototypes and research and development for commercialization. And of course, we would like to help tech transfer officers to actually relieve their KPI via basically having more success in commercialization, whether it's licensing, spin-offs, and whatnot. And the third is we also have modules for startups, the industry, to actually engage and bridge and take technology out from the universities and collaborate together to build this into something fruitful that can benefit the community and consumers. So a bit about our experiences. Locomo and Ray Ventures are two sister companies. In Locomo, we do a lot more of consultancy and training, where we have actually helped 300 researchers in over 5 local universities, and we have managed to help them raise 30 million ringgit for their research products. And Ray Ventures is an accelerator we did work for MINEF, which is New Entrepreneurs Foundation, and we have had 4 cohorts of 60 startups, and we have helped over 900 entrepreneurs, and over the 60 startups we have had 70% that was successful in secure at least funding for the next round of their venture. So the whole mission is for us to actually build the commercial acumen for researchers, because we want to see that the researchers can leave a legacy. Of course, as a researcher, as a lecturer, the true meaning of legacy is the amount of people that you touch every day. So when you're giving lectures to the students, you are already leaving a legacy. But what we want to do is to bring it a notch up so that it can increase the impact of innovation by making sure it reaches the intended beneficiary. So the more people you help with the technology, with the innovation, that itself will bring back the legacy that we all live to actually achieve in one way or another. And of course, to be able to do that, we also help bridge and connect the gap between the research community and the industry via a sustainable and scalable business model. All right. So let's move on. So in order to bring this workshop to you, I have 2 key trainers, which one is a qualitative, covers the qualitative commercialization from the lean startup business model, and from designing the marketing, designing the key activities and all that, to the quantitative commercialization, from identifying the financials, identifying the ROIs and break-even points, and things like this, and all the financial implications. So the trainer that will bring you the qualitative commercialization is none other but myself. So I've had about 20 years of experience in startup development. I founded a few startup companies and creator technologies into data security, and Locomo Ventures was actually founded since the year 2000. and we have done work for Magic, Cradle, MOF, and a few with regards to entrepreneur development. And we have, and of course, I've worked in as head and enterprise development in Sangha Science in 2011. We have designed and revamped the whole commercialization process, and of course, I did some online learning integration for IIUM last year and this year. Locomo Ventures is also heavy going into online learning seriously. And to deliver the quantitative aspect, I have a close friend of mine, which is Azlan Abdulaziz. He's an Oxford graduate and have a master's in engineering sciences. About similar experience with myself, we were together. We were the team that actually revamped the SOP in USM, and he actually went on to and he founded Financial Console, which is basically a financial forecasting tool for entrepreneurs, for startups, and for even any big corporations. And that led them to become the financial consultant for SME Bank, and his last employment was as the general manager for corporate planning for Hotel Sri Malaysia, and now he's back as an entrepreneur doing blockchain development and some other stuff. Alright, so let's talk about the content of the workshop. We have divided the content into two stages. And these two stages, in stage 1, we will cover introduction to commercialization, look at the macro framework and what are the challenges, especially in post-COVID-19, what are the opportunities, how do you position, in what areas you should focus on. And we look at the commercialization pathway, their strength, and we will map the commercialization pathway to your individual profile as well. So essentially, and then you go on into creating a commercialization sandbox. The sandbox is something new that you probably haven't heard of in this context. It's because we need to merge the two different environments, the university decision-making environment and the market decision-making environment. So if you don't mix these two, you will miss out a lot of opportunities. So moving on, these silver boxes is we will cover introduction to product market fit, where we help also design your business model for your research, and we help you get customers and market validation for your product. Further on, we will actually help you build your minimum viable product strategy, and at the end, we will help coach you to pitch to the stakeholders. In this case, we have Cradle Fund Sundara Berhad, where you'll be pitching to them for their grants as well. So all of these modules are done on a tree perspective, which is basically how it matters to you as an individual researchers, and how it matters to the university, as well as how does it matter to the industry. So all these three aspects will be covered during during the workshop. So let's look at stage 2. In stage 2, we will cover a bit more on the quantitative side, where you will meet Encik Azlan, where we will develop the product profit structure, sales target resources, all in, as well as understanding the financials of commercialization. You will be Azlan will be able to teach you in a non-accounting and non-financial jargon, and for you to understand all the intricacies of ROIs, investment, and what investors are looking for, but in a very layman, and which is his strength, which we found it to be very fruitful with a lot of tech researchers. And of course, we'll be covering valuation of licensing deals and investment, and we'll help you structure deals and how to come up with a term sheet, what are to look for, how to negotiate for a better terms from the industry. and basically also cover fundraising for commercialization, to look at what Cradle grants requires, and customizing your pitch for different type of investors, different or institutions. And at the end of the day, all this quantitative stuff will go back into your product development. So with that, how would we deliver these 2 stages? We have designed this workshop to also happen during lockdown, so we can do it 100% online, but depending on the way we move forward, we could have 1 or 2 physical sessions, but we can also deliver this 100% online. So we have a learning management system where we will have the recorded video sessions where you can actually go through and learn from there. And we will also have a live online module review sessions to actually recap and to do a Q&A and to do case studies on based what you have learned from the recorded video session. And of course, we have the one-to-one session with the trainers as well as Cradle analyst. Right. So there will be over 64 hours of engagement that we have designed. So let's look at the schedule. These are the tentative schedule, which is subject to change, but I just want to highlight that after this briefing, you are required to fill up an online profile and resubmit it back to us in a few days. Tentatively it's Monday, but the final deadline will be advised by your office. And we will once we finalize the attendees, you will attend an online briefing, and we'll make the LMS available for you to access until the end of September. So, but you would have to complete the modules for each of these review sessions that we have in these red boxes here. Once we complete the review sessions, we'll move on to the one-to-one coaching session, and we'll have the second one-to-one coaching sessions online, or it could be even be physically, depending on what we decide later. And then we will at the end of the day we will pitch to Cradle Funds Sdn Bhd. So with that, we come to an end. So just we have just to recap, we have actually redesigned this workshop and improved this workshop from 2011, when we worked with the initial batch of research in USM, all the way to UKM Tech and all the way to UMP Accelerator. So we have actually fine-tuned a lot of things, and we hope this would be beneficial to you. So with that, I invite you to embark on your discovery journey with us, and thank you.